For this week's report, Exeter to kick off the holiday with a block party. New online property tax portal launched. Brush fires fill Exeter skies with smoke. Over $300,000 in grants awarded to Exeter for town projects. An update from the Exeter Public Library. For Exeter TV, I'm Gabe Perez, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. Thanks for tuning into the show today. If you're new or returning to this channel, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified about new content. We're hoping to hit over 2,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year, and there's only 3 more biweekly reports to go until then. For our first segment, we met up with Exeter Parks and Rec and the Exeter Area Chamber of Commerce to learn about the special kickoff event to the holiday season coming to town in just 2 weeks.
The Exeter Holiday Block Party is festive.
The Exeter Holiday Block Party is magical.
The holiday block party is merry.
The holiday block party is Santa.
The Exeter Holiday Block Party is family.
The holiday block party feels like Norman Rockwell meets the Gilmore Girls.
Sick. All right, and then you will also do our sponsors.
What did I say?
The Festival of Trees is spectacular. Seeing the gingerbread contest makes you feel a great sense of community. Doing crafts makes you feel creative. Meeting Santa is fantastical.
Meeting Santa feels like I know him. When I go holiday shopping, I shop downtown.
Seeing Santa in his sleigh is spectacular.
The Exeter holiday food trucks are scrum-diddly-umptious.
Listening to live music makes me feel in the spirit.
The block party food trucks are?
Good. All right. Did you know that you don't have to come into the town office to pay your property taxes? The town recently launched a new online portal where you can view and pay property tax bills. Here's a quick walkthrough of the new website.
The town recently launched a newly improved online portal where residents can view and pay their property tax bills online. To visit the portal, simply visit the town website and look under Our Services tab to find Pay Property Tax Bills Online. The landing page has several options, including paying as a guest, creating an account, or searching public records. The easiest way to find your bill is to click Search Public Records. When searching your bill, you have several options. If searching by owner name, type the last name followed by the first name with a space in between. Clicking on your property will bring up the account information, your balance summary, billing history, and assessment information. If you have a bill to pay, you can click Pay Bill. The system accepts most major credit cards with a 3.75% fee, or you can link your account to your bank and pay via e-check for only $1.95. A quick note that the 3.75% fee does not go to the town and simply covers the cost of offering credit card payments. If you don't want to search for your bill every year, you can log in and create an account from the home screen. Doing so will automatically bring you to your property tax bill information from your dashboard once you sign in. Instructional materials for how to view and pay your tax bill online are posted on the tax collection website available at exeternh.gov/tax collection. As always, you can still stop by the town offices to pay in person or mail in your payment to tax collections at 10 Front Street, Exeter, New Hampshire. Please note that the tax office now has updated hours, staying open late till 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and closing early on Friday at 12:30 p.m.
Smoke is in the air this week due to brush fires off of Pine Road near the border with Brentwood. We went out with the fire department to see how they're working to contain the fire.
On Monday, November 18th, the Exeter Fire Department joined firefighters from many surrounding communities to respond to a brush fire that has since grown to cover nearly 24 acres of woodland.
Crews have been out here since Monday morning around 7:30. We initially got a phone call from Brentwood to help them look for some reports of smoke in the area. We had been getting the same kind of phone calls, so we got together, we put a drone up in the air, and we were able to locate the fire. Then we just had issues getting to the fire and then just being able to access it with the fire crews.
Members of B Shift worked alongside numerous mutual aid companies late into the evening on Monday night into early morning on Tuesday to control the blaze. With the majority of the fire put out, much of the work being done on Tuesday and Wednesday involved crews establishing a solid perimeter to prevent the potential spread should pockets of flames pop up.
So they'll go into the unburnt head of the fire, into the unburned section, and they'll scrape all the top fuels, so all the leaves that are down, sticks and twigs, and in some cases it's logs and full trees, and they'll dig it down to bare earth, or as close as they can to bare earth, so there's no place for it to go under that. It's called duff. Scrape that down to bare earth, and that just creates a perimeter that the fire has a harder time crossing. Not saying that it's impossible for it to cross, because that's all weather dependent.
Conditions have made containing the fire difficult, but there's hope that with change in the weather later this week, Mother Nature may help to keep the fire extinguished.
As these fires can tend to do with the conditions that we're in right now, the dry conditions, once they get in, they'll burn off the surface fuels, they'll get into the root systems of trees, and they can hide underneath the ground for days. So that's exactly what we're experiencing now, is they pop up in little spots here and there. So we're working on mopping that up. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some assistance with the weather. We can anticipate that we're still going to get smoke in the area, and I'm sure we're going to get calls, and we'll go out. We'll be monitoring it. But for the most part, the fire's out, and now we're just working on making sure that it stays out.
The Select Board heard updates during their recent meeting from various departments on grants that were awarded to Exeter for town projects. Here's a quick recap from our Meeting Minute series. This is your Meeting Minute for the Select Board's November 12th meeting. The meeting began with honors and appreciation given to the Exeter Seahawks tackle football team, who completed their season 9-0 and won their championship game against Dover 20-0.
You guys should be very proud. I hope you keep riding this wave this week. I hope it brings you into another season. I can't wait to work with you guys next year. 9-0, undefeated, never lost. Thank you.
Following that, the Exeter Area Webelow Scouts Chapter 323 sat with the board to discuss local elections and how they'd become leaders in the near future.
Does anyone remember any of the ideas you had about things that they could work on?
I remember.
Smaller, less trash, because that kind of lets off poisonous gas that causes global warming.
We were thinking of planting flowers at the YMCA.
We could have more shops or restaurants to make the town better.
We should have more holidays, because then we get more days off from school.
The first topic on the agenda was a debrief on the recent general election with town moderator Kate Miller and Vicky Navoychek from the supervisors of the checklist.
It was a huge turnout. We had over 8,000 people come through the Talbot Gym. I am troubled by the fact that some people weren't able to stand in line long enough to be able to come in to vote. And that's the one thing that I think we need to look at for future elections.
It wasn't record turnout for new voters. A lot of our voters did their due diligence prior to the election, which I'm grateful for. We still had about 750 new voters come into town.
There is a new law that went into effect today, actually. Had the law been in effect, they would have had to deny 73 people, including 40 Republicans, 25 undeclareds, and 8 Democrats, their vote, because they did not bring proof of citizenship to the
It's not just proof of citizenship that you have to bring. You have to bring all 4 pieces in order to register. My guess is about half of those folks would have been turned away on election day.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
And so I really think that we as a community can do a really better job advocating at the state level with our new current, young at heart, state rep, to really make sure that we are advocating for accessible voting, to make sure that everybody is allowed and encouraged and easily can access the ballot, because voter suppression helps nobody.
Next up, Parks and Rec Director Greg Bisson gave an update on the status of Planet Playground, which recently has progressed with the Land and Water Conservation Grant from the National Park Service for $297,500, allowing them to move on to the next phase of the project.
Rec Advisory Board had recommended impact fees to purchase the ADA mats. These are the same ADA mats that are at Park Street Commons, so anyone can see them out. This will be a great opportunity not only to make the whole entire surfacing ADA accessible, but also a great community build. We can get actually community members to get out here, move the mats, zip tie them together, and we build them like Legos. They also decided at the October meeting that it would be best to table the shade structure, and this is one of the things we're going to get public input. Put the playground in, get feedback from those using the playground, and really see what we want for other enhancements. But the most important is getting the Alta Glide. Anyone that sends kids to Lincoln Street School, there's an Alta Glide there. One of the most popular things. It's a wheelchair accessible glider. So anyone that's grew up in my generation remembers the glider swings that all our grandparents had. We went back to the installer of the playground, Pettinelli, and they would install it for free if we ordered it at the same time as we ordered the rest of the playground.
The board voted to accept the grant, as well as to allow the department to use the Parks Improvement Fund's $47,500 for ADA playground mats. Town planner Dave Sharples attends the meeting, informing the board of a grant they had received from the Certified Local Government Program for $15,000. The Division of Historical Resources gets funding every year through the federal government, so using this grant, Mr. Sharples would like to survey every property in the historical district. Doing these surveys would determine if these properties contribute to the historical district, how intact and integral they are, and determine their significance. This would help the homeowners understand their values and the Historic District Commission to find and receive better certificates for them. He asks for the board to approve and accept the funds, anticipating a spring start for the surveys.
This is a great project. The historical nature of this town is constantly at risk by development, and to document these things is vital and critical and all important, and it really does set up the HDC and the Heritage Commission to do their work. So thank you for focusing on this.
The board approved on accepting the grant and beginning surveying. On behalf of Kristen Murphy, they requested ARPA funds to install a fire detection system for Rains Farm. $12,815 to cover the system and $700 to cover annual fees, which the board approved. The board then moved on to regular business. The next meeting will be back on November 25th. And for our last segment, the library is working hard to improve the lives of those who may have difficulties in their day-to-day life. Here's an update from them.
Hi, it's Condra from the library, here to give you some updates. Right now at the library, we have COVID tests to give out while supplies last. Come on by to pick up as many as you need and have a healthy holiday season. It's the season of giving here at the library, and there are many ways to give. We are a drop-off location for St. Vincent de Paul, so bring by your non-perishable food items to donate to the Exeter Food Pantry. We also are a donation location for old glasses for the Lions Club. These glasses will get recycled to folks throughout the world. To continue the spirit of giving, the 2025 Library Annual Appeal is going on right now. Depending on what month you donate, the money will go towards bestsellers, children's and young adult books, mysteries and thrillers, and science fiction and fantasy books. Come by the library to learn more about our annual appeal this year. The library's first winter craft fair is on Saturday, December 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come on by the library before the parade and see 30 vendors' different wares and maybe get a gift or two. For anyone who has a difficult time reading, there is a free program to get audiobooks and braille books sent to you. If you have a learning disability, a temporary condition, or something that prevents you from reading that is permanent, you can apply to the BARD program. Come to an information session at the library on Thursday, December 12th at 6 p.m. to learn more. We can't wait to see you here at the library for all the fun things happening this end of fall, early winter.
That does it for this week's report. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread the word. Head over to the town website and subscribe to the town email newsletter to get this show and other local news sent straight to your inbox. For Exeter TV, I'm Gabe Perez, and this has been the Exeter Biweekly Report. Have a good weekend, Exeter.